to give you should be the most simple, innocent thing on the planet. Let me explain to you why we are our own worst enemy sometimes. I just put a video up, not my video, I just shared it on my page that said, I think it said, hugs or free hugs or something. There's a brother last night in North Carolina who went and hugged police officers, hugged some of the protesters, really the rioters. One of the rioters wanted to fight him because he was hugging the police officer. The police officers, you watch the video, he's not being a punk. He's explaining his doctrine. And all these people, these negative folks on my page, all y'all need to go, bounce. I'm not a politician. Let me make something clear to you. I'm not running for office. I don't want to be president of the United States. I don't want to be your mayor. I don't want to be your governor. I don't want to be your congressman. I don't want to be your senator. I don't want to be your state assemblyman. I don't want to be your preacher. So I'm not looking for your acceptance. I'm not looking for your popularity. I'm not looking for your handouts. I'm not looking for your acceptance. I'm not even looking for your drama. So if all you want to do is come on my page and spread that nasty, racist, yes, black people can be racist. Latinos can be racist. Indians, Asians can be racist. White people can be racist. If all you want to do is come on my page and spread this racist, negative comments, go away. Bounce. Don't even waste my time. Because you're making it clear, nothing is good enough for you. Jesus Christ could come down right now and you'd ask him for his ID. Jesus Christ, Prophet Muhammad could come down and you give them a lecture. Have them to prove why they are good enough to talk to some of you. Let me tell you something. Whether you believe you can or whether you believe you can't, you're absolutely right. So if you think the world's all screwed up, if you think that every police officer is bad, they're going to confirm it for you. The world was going to deliver nothing but pain to you. You think every white person is racist? When you got bums in your own family, I got bums in my family. And by the way, what's white? What are you? You don't even know. I know. I did my DNA test. African ancestry. I suggest you do it. I'm 71% Cameroon. African ancestry. I'm 26% European, white ancestry. The rest is Asian, Indian, other. So, unless you're as dark as this iPad page here, which means you're straight up African, you are of mixed race. Now I want you to look in the mirror. Whoever you are, look in a mirror. You are of mixed race. So if you hate white people, you hate yourself. Yeah, I said it. You hate Latinos, you hate yourself. You hate black people, you hate yourself. You hate Africans, you hate yourself. Let's stop with this. Or at least don't waste my time. I only want to talk to people who want to help themselves. That's all I'm interested in. I'm interested in people who want liberty and freedom and want common sense. I'm going to give you, look, God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. That's not John Bryant talking. That's the Bible. God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, and his son was persecuted on a cross, crucified, drugged through town, misrepresented, lied on, disrespected, spat on, de-dignified slowly, put the crown of thorns on his head. And even Jesus said, Lord, Father, why have you forsaken me? At that point, even the man who had no fear questioned his father and his wisdom. In the midst of it, he said, forgive them, Lord, they know not what they do. In the midst of his pain. And essentially at that point, he had joined with Martin Luther King Jr., or Martin Luther King Jr. had joined with him when Dr. King said, you can take my body, but you cannot kill me. You cannot take my life. I have got to give that freely to you, because we're not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. You may think I'm angry right now. I am not. You're not worth, the anger being spewed is not worth my anger. I'm frustrated. There's a difference. I'm not even emotional, because I'm in complete control of my tone and my tenor and what I say to you. Even my words to you are measured. I know what I'm going to say to you before I say it. I'm not being emotional. I'm being passionate. I'm not being reactive. I'm giving you a response. I'm telling you direct to your face. If all you want to do, if somebody wants to hug you and say, bounce with that, then tell you what, you bounce with that. Because hurt people hurt people. You heard it. All that's going to do is hurt you. Disease is probably dis-ease before it's anything else. All that negative energy, all that cancer, all that vehement negativity is eating you alive. You're not happy. You're not joyful. You can't be. There's no way for you to be, because you're not in line with the universe, you see? Let me explain something to you. I'm not even a man of the cloth when I explain this to you, because it's just common sense. God made this world, and he made it for good. And if you know anything about the Bible, or any other religion, because they all are essentially the same, you know that the devil, even, a punk, is a fallen angel. Which means that God gave Lucifer permission to exist. Now that's a bad brother. You think you bad, talking all this madness. Oh, yeah, you know, I'm cool. Yeah, you know, yo. Yeah, that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. Try being Jesus. Try having the discipline of Jesus, loving people who made it clear they don't love him. Try being Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., getting hit by a brick, getting up and walking in dignity anyway. The world doesn't remember all these punks. More remember people who gave us love in spite of. You don't even love because of. If you love because of, you wouldn't even love yourself. I wouldn't love myself. I'm not even worthy of love because of. We love in spite of the insecurity, in spite of the pain, in spite of the fear, in spite of how unjust this world is. In fact, we save our worst behavior for those we care the most about. Now you smoke that, because you have that right in your family. You don't need to go to the police or racist to find that. You can find that right in your family. We save our worst behavior for those we care the most about. We say nasty things to them. We don't support them. We say what they can't do. In our family, in our literal family, in our neighborhoods, in our communities, amongst ourselves. Somebody's going to talk to me and say I'm a sellout, not this video, and I don't care, by the way, because I'm successful? Are you out of your mind? What brain cells have you lost? By the way, it don't do nothing to me. I'm doing fine, if you haven't noticed. I write my own check. I don't cash checks, I write checks. That's Janae Roscoe in the back, my government relations person. She thought that was funny. I don't cash checks, I write checks. So I'm not running for nothing. And I can stop doing these videos tomorrow, by the way, and I'm going to be okay. I'm trying to give you a new software upgrade, and some of these fools actually arguing with me. I get paid $45,000 internationally and $25,000 for a 45-minute speech. I'm giving it to you for free, and you're going to argue with me. I've done it, by the way. I came from the hood. I'm not sold my soul. I'm coming to you straight and complete. This is me. I talk to you the same way I talk to CEOs or the President of the United States. Advise Republican and Democratic presidents. But yet these folks who haven't done anything, are experts in what they're against and not what they're for, can't even watch a video about hugging. Then you're doomed. Because you're also against God's plan. You're not forgetting my plan, you're against God's plan. Let me help you out here. Let me, L-E-M-E. Let me help you out here. Darkness only has definition because of light. Badness is failed goodness. Lucifer, the punk, yeah, I called him a punk, is a fallen angel. He needs permission from God to exist. Because God knows that we grow through legitimate suffering. This is a test, folks. What's going on in North Carolina is a test, folks. What's going on with police brutality is a test, folks. What's going on with racism in this country is a test, folks. What's going on with a certain person running for political office, whose name I won't name because he's not worth it, is a test, folks. It's not about them, it's about you. Are you good enough to be God's child? Can you rise above your pain to see the glory, to be about something other than yourself? Because can this pain strengthen you enough to truly be his agent? Can you live as something larger than yourself? Can you see around your pain and see your promise, and at the very least get out of your own way so you can be a role model to your child, your niece, your nephew, brothers spewing this negative energy are looking at you as a role model. And if you're not going to do it for them, for yourself, do it for them. If you're not going to be loving for yourself, at least be loving for them. They deserve better. They did not come into this world. They did not get a vote to come in this world. They did not get a chance to select whether they're going to come in this world. We brought them into this world, and they don't deserve to have nothing but hate and negativity and what they can't do. And this person's we teach them. They're born perfect. They're born to love. They're born to give. They're born to care. They're born perfect. And we teach them negativity. We teach them the words can't and impossible. You should take those words out of your dictionary. They are diseases of you, because thoughts are things. I'm going to the Freedmen's Bank event tomorrow here in Washington, D.C., because I think we're living in a moment in history. I think we can still change history. And I got the Treasury Department to rename the Treasury Annex building a 110-year-old building. Brother from South Central L.A. in Compton, California. Theoretically, I ain't nothing. I don't have elected a position. But I felt strong enough that I had enough power to cause the most powerful nation in the world to see my moral certainty. And I aligned with good and God and the universe, and we got them to change the Treasury Annex building to the Freedmen's Bank building, the only citizen in American history, not a president, to change the name of a building on the White House campus. Because I believe, because I came from Compton, California and South Central LA, and I believed in something larger and more important than myself. And we're going to go there tomorrow, and we're going to set a new tone for this nation. And we're going to set a new goal, and we're going to try to move us out of this poverty mentality and give us choices and chances for change. But what are you going to do? I like what I'm doing much better than what other people are not doing. All these folks running their mouth, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing other than running your mouth? If you can't hug somebody, you are useless. If you can't love your neighbor, love those who stand pat against you, then what good is your love? If love has to be convenient, if love has to be grand, if love has to have a reason, then what good of you? We love those who are unlovable. You love those who are not meeting the standard because we want to be loved ourselves. Let me tell you something else. And Reverend Warnock told me this at Ebenezer Church. If you want to have a little grace, you better serve better provide a little mercy. What do I mean by that? Mercy is when some SOB does not get what they absolutely deserve. And grace is what you and I get when we don't deserve. I'm going to repeat that because it's just so good. It's not mine. It's just so good. Mercy is when some rancid SOB, some murderer, some racist does not get what they do deserve. A noose, the same, an eye for an eye, whatever, okay? And grace is when you and I get what we don't deserve. Love, charity, forgiveness, a job, compassion, joy. And so if you want to get a little grace, you probably should show a little mercy, because whatever goes around comes around. If you can't hug somebody, I feel sorry for you. If you can't find a reason to hug somebody, then you're lost. Because this nation, this world is made for good. This is God's world. It is not yours. This is God's world. And he made it for good. He's already made his claim. He's already made it clear what he's about. And I think his greatest sin is non-forgiveness and non-love. That's his greatest sin. So when I get to the pearly gates, I want to be able to answer the question. I think it's going to be two questions. What'd you do to sustain my small planet? And what'd you do for the least of these, my children? I don't know about you, I want to be able to answer one of those two questions. And whether some police officer treated me is not on the list. How some racist decided to treat me is not on the list. How somebody who responded to your job application treated you is not on the list. How the media treated you is not on the list. Emmett Till paid the ultimate sacrifice, yet his parents and his family have created a foundation to spread love and compassion. In spite of the pain, they have turned his negative into a positive. What are you doing? What are we doing? Running around North Carolina, tearing up other people's property? That makes you bad? No, that makes you stupid. Makes you without wisdom. It makes you without discipline. It makes you useless. I don't really care whether you like this video. And in fact, at some point, people may just stop watching them. And I'll just stop doing them. And I'm going to go on with my life. And that's fine with me. It's okay if you don't like me. I like me. But I'm only going to do love on this page. If you're white and you're right, you come with me. You black and you right, you come with me. You Latino and you right, you come with me. You're Asian, you're right, you come with me. You're Indian, you right, you come with me. You're a woman, you're right, you come with me. You're a real man, you're right, you come with me. You're a boy, a punk who trying to do right, you come with me. But if you just spewing hate, bounce. This world was made for good. God's grace is about forgiveness. As hard as that may be, it's the only choice. It's the only choice. Because whatever goes around, comes around. Go watch the video again with a new spirit, with a new heart. Take that pain and that anger out of you. It is killing you. It is killing you. I guarantee you, go ask your friends, do they like hanging around a negative person? No, ask yourself, do you like hanging around a negative person? You know the answer. The answer is no. No, nobody does. You don't even like hanging around yourself when you evil and negative and spiteful. No, nobody likes that. So stop being that. It ain't cool. It ain't macho. Nobody remembers who killed Malcolm X. They remember Malcolm X. Nobody remembers who killed Dr. King. They remember Dr. King. Nobody remembers who killed Gandhi. They remember Gandhi. Nobody remember who killed Jesus. They just remember Jesus. I'm out. Love you.